In behalf of Lindblad Expeditions and National Geographic, I would like to welcome you on board the National Geographic Quest. We have prepared for you a perfect week. We're going to visit tropical rainforests, we're going to hike through them, looking for wildlife and learning and understanding this beautiful ecosystem. We are going to snorkel through beautiful reefs and see a lot of different fish and creatures of the seas. We're also going to kayak, we're going to stand up paddleboard. As well, we're going to get to meet some of the cultural aspects of this beautiful Central American region. Central America is a perfect place to spend your week. We have a variety of things for you to do, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it to the fullest. So welcome aboard.
Pura vida, welcome to Costa Rica. This is our first landing this morning in the beautiful Osa Peninsula. This is the most extraordinary rainforest we have in this country. It's the most remote national park that exists in the Costa Rican National Park Network, and it's known for its extraordinary biodiversity. I'm going to make some short stops and explaining you the different dynamics of tropical rainforests. Are you ready? Vamos! The tropical rainforest is a forest that receives a lot of water. It actually provides the water that is fall down as rain. Most of these trees, in order to cool themselves off, they absorb this water. The heat actually makes them sweat, and this water returns to the atmosphere, producing more rain. We can find up to 50% of the biodiversity that we can find in Costa Rica within this peninsula of Osa. After relocate into the entrance of San Pedrillo, we're gonna gear up and hike into the beautiful San Pedrillo waterfall. This is a great way to start our adventure in Costa Rica and Panama. My friends, feel fortunate to be in Corcovado because we don't have many areas in Central America quite like this.
Today we're going to have a great day in Costa Rica. We are in Playa Blanca. This is in a very important area where we have close by one of the most important national parks of Costa Rica, as known as Corcovado. Corcovado is a place with 4% of the entire biodiversity of the world, and how that biodiversity today, local people take advantage and develop sustainable tourism where they protect the environment around, and also they receive a benefit. We're going to have the opportunity to choose one of the different options, as the gold pining, the sugar mill, and also a chocolate. One of the most interesting options we have today is the gold mining and the sugar cane. 2 years ago, is this guy when he told me, Joshua, I know where's the gold, but I don't gonna do any excavation here because I want to protect the rainforest and I want this heritage for my kids.
Huh? Oh, that's gold.
The sugar cane, the guy is a Christian pastor, and he go all over helping his people, his congregation, with the little thing he makes out of sugar. He also share with the people, and that's the very powerful to be here, how these people try to help each other. We're gonna have the great opportunity to taste some very delicious and fresh chocolate or cocoa. Today also we're gonna have a beautiful dancings performed by kids from the elementary school, middle high schools, and junior high school of these areas. We will see the influence of the Spanish people in this area of Costa Rica, and we can see it also all over Central America.
We've been working in the area in Golfo Dulce on 2 species of turtles, which are hawksbill and green, and we're studying their foraging habitats. By understanding the dynamic, you can better protect them. If you're able to bring that knowledge to local decision makers, then you can have sound strategies that are put in place to protect those turtles. Today we have a turtle that has been captured this morning. It stayed about 12 hours in a freshwater tank to get rid of some of the parasite it had on it, and then we will process the animals. The whole idea about having people coming to the project and visiting us is to pass the word on what is happening on a global scale with the sea turtles.
This afternoon we came out to see the beautiful botanical garden in Casa Orquídeas. Merry Christmas to all, and there will be an interesting, of course, plant life as we go through the garden. We're gonna see lots of plants, lots of orchids, lots of birds. This beautiful paradise with plants and orchids is being run for the McAllister. It's a beautiful couple from the United States. About 36 years ago, they purchased this land and they decided to grow plants in the middle of the tropical paradise of Costa Rica. Pictures you see from the Mayans, you will see a lot of pictures of them with a lot of these dye on their bodies, which shows that they cultivated in the past for natural bug spray. This place is very isolated. There's no roads to get here. We're just in the middle of nowhere. But as you see, the middle of nowhere, it looks like a paradise as well. So many palms and plants we have in this garden were not endemic from Costa Rica. They were introduced for landscaping, like this royal palm from Cuba, for instance. We're gonna wind up into the house of the McAllister. I'm gonna be able to see tropical birds showing up, enjoying basically tropical fruits that are around, available for them.
Welcome to Golfito, right? Basically, we have a very big gulf called Golfo Dulce, sweet gulf, Golfo Dulce. And then we have this little gulf within a gulf. The idea today, amigos, we're gonna head to the other side of the water, the other side of the gulf, and then we're gonna go by Zodiac over here around the edge, trying to find monkeys, maybe? Birds, whatever shows up, you know, wildlife, talk to you a little bit about the vegetation. And yeah, more eyes find more things. So if we work as a team, we have better chances of finding more things. Over here on the left, sorry, we get our first bird, brownish with a long curved bill. That's called wimbrel. Mangroves are very important because this type of ecosystems fix a lot of carbon dioxide, you know, more than any rainforest. Also, mangroves are responsible for formation of new land because with the still roots they have, they will collect a lot of the sediment, a lot of the debris. So little by little land is formed and then a new mangrove will grow. So they would expand the land, creating land. Green iguana. I will teach you the scientific name, but there's a quiz at the end of the tour, right? You're ready? Genus and species. Iguana, iguana.
All right.
All right? Hope you remember that. That's the nightmare of a naturalist, not finding monkeys. But I leave that up to Roberto. Look at that.
We are today in one of the most important national parks in Panama. It's Coiba. We're gonna have today the great opportunity in one of their islets to do a snorkeling where we're gonna swim in over the coral reef. And something important is that different kind of varieties of fishes. Coral reef ecosystems are very important because they provide 34% of the oxygen of the entire Earth.
The reef also are very well protected. The fish is also controlling the amount of algae to grow up on top, because if we don't have fishes to eat the algae, the corals never grow up. So everything on the coral reef, it's very important, and that's what makes the chains of life in the coral reef ecosystem, not only in these areas, all over the world.
We've made it here to the Bay of Panama. We have the city of Panama right behind us. We're getting ready to make our entrance to the Canal of Panama tonight. We'll be making our way through the Bridge of the Americas and into the Miraflores set of locks. This evening we're going to be seeing under the illumination the beautiful set of locks in the Pacific side, which are Miraflores locks. This system of locks will take us up to the level of Lake Gatun, which is about 85 feet above sea level. Beside all the high technology, the most simple set of tools here are a couple of guys with a set of rowboat. We'll toss the lines out to them. They take the lines up to the mulas, as they're called, the trains, and they pull us into the first set of locks. There is no system of pumps in the canals. It's just gravity from the Gatun Lake filling the first set of locks until they equalize. And then they open up the next set of doors to the second lock system. And we repeat that process twice. The Lindblad National Geographic Quest is 240 foot long, 48 feet wide, and we seem minute, tiny compared to some of these larger cargo vessels that go across. We will be witnessing one of the modern marvels of engineering. The Panama Canal was built in 1914, and basically everything that we will be seeing today is exactly the same technology as it was 106 years ago.
This beautiful morning, we woke up in the middle of Gatun Lake. Gatun Lake is a man-made lake. This lake is fed by Chagres River. Chagres River is unique because thanks to the construction of the canal, now its waters flow to both the east coast and the Pacific coast of Panama. The lake also works as the most important waterway for these gigantic ships. This is the lake that separates the two sets of locks of Miraflores Pedro Miguel and the Gatun locks on the north side of the canal. We had the chance to take a panga for about 20 minutes to get to the Gamboa Rainforest Center. Our guests have the great opportunity to go hiking in the rainforest, where we get to a trail where bird watching is really nice. We're gonna go to a station where we're gonna have hummingbird feeders, so people get to see some of the local species of hummers, and that makes a really nice complete experience of the rainforest. We hope you had a great time in Costa Rica and Panama. These are two really beautiful countries that get along really well, and it was a pleasure to show you all the biodiversity and the culture and the beauty of these nations. So hope to see you again soon.
just came over the cocoa farm and we were surprised by a troop of red-backed squirrel monkeys. There were so many, counting up to 50 of them. That's quite a jump. They're all over the place. This is a great venue. Not only we are learning about plants, we are actually taking photos of so many monkeys that are coming through right now. This is amazing. Can't get any better than this. A lot of them are crossing through. Look at that. The red-backed squirrel monkey is a very endangered species. In fact, the population is only found within the southern part of Costa Rica and the westernmost part of Panama. There's more coming. Wow, look at that. The troops are the largest of all the primates we can find in Central America. You gotta be lucky to get to have a clear shot of them while they're crossing through the forest. They move very quickly.
We're on top of it. Straight up over here. This is so cool. This is the best. The monkeys are jumping everywhere. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.